Hello, this video is not by any means gonna be Halloween related, minus what I'm wearing and the background. But I saw some witchies during this tag and I wanted to join in because I like mundane questions added to my channel, or mundane things on my channel. Because yes, this one, I printed out the questions. This is the 50 Quick Questions 2019 tag from the Hermit's Cave. I originally saw this from Heather Carter, so yay. If you guys want to join along and do some of them as well, leave it in the tag. Leave the tag, the similar one I have for my video, so that way Hermit's Cave can see you, Heather Carter, and whoever else did this tag can see you, so I can check out your guys' videos as well. Alright, let's get into the questions. Number 1. Have you ever changed your clothes while in a vehicle? Probably so. I'm almost certain that I have. I can't remember a specific instance, but it's probably just me being too lazy to go anywhere else, or if it's too hot or whatever. Just as long as everyone else, if they're in the car, averts their eyes while I'm changing. Number 2, what do you want to do before you die? Literally anything and everything. Whatever I can do in this lifetime, I want to do to the fullest extent that I can do it. Because why not? Number 3, are you single? Nope. Number 4, what's one thing you will not eat? I have several food dislikes. I'm kind of a picky eater. I don't like mashed potatoes because texture. I don't like jello or pudding. But there's a story behind that. My parents used to put my medicine in it when I was a baby, so now when I taste it, it's just the reminiscence of medicine, and I can't do that. Any pies with fruit in them, I really can't do because the fruit texture freaks me out. It's not that it doesn't taste good, it's just the texture makes me want to vomit, so I can't do it. Things like that. I'm kind of a texture person, so if the texture is weird, I'm out. Number 5, what color is your underwear? It's white and it has black hearts on it. Number 6, when is the last time you went out of England? I haven't been to England, so this question doesn't really qualify for me, but I'll say out of, I can't really say for the US either because I haven't traveled outside the US yet. But plans for the future, I really want to go to Ireland and I really want to go to Japan. If England comes within that, I would go to England as well. All of them. I just want to travel. 7, who was your last received call? I don't even have to look it up. It was my brother, because my brother and I were hanging out, so yes. Number 8, have you ever drank milk straight out of the carton? Yep, along with other various drinks out of the carton, because I can. I'm an adult, it's my house, and nobody else is here except for my boyfriend. Number 9, what was your last holiday? The last one I can think about, although we didn't stay overnight or anything, but my friend, my brother, and my boyfriend and I went to Corpus to go to the beaches. Specifically Rockport area, but close, whatever. Number 10, can you hula hoop? I can, I haven't for a long time. 11, have you ever crawled through a window? Yes. 12, ever skinny dipped? No, but I think I'd like to at some point, just to have the experience, just to say I did it. 13, have you ever sang karaoke? I didn't really do karaoke, but I've done choir stuff in front, been in choir groups and sing in front of large crowds. Karaoke, I've watched people do karaoke, but I haven't done it yet. I'm sure it'll be an experience at some point. 14, was today better than yesterday? Yeah, I would say so. But yesterday was a pretty great day too. Today I just have the opportunity to get myself dolled up, so. 15, is anybody getting on your nerves? Nope. 16, do you talk to yourself every day? 17, would you kiss the last person you kissed again? Yep, that was my boyfriend. 18, how many languages can you speak? Fluently just English, but I do have a little bit experience with French because I took 2 or 3 years in high school for my secondary language class or whatever. So I know a little bit of French. I'm better at reading it than I am at speaking and like understanding it when someone's saying something. 19, have you ever waxed your eyebrows? Nope, just plucked. 20, what's the last gift you received? The last gift I received was roses from my boyfriend, but they're already starting to die, so I have to I'm gonna use the rose petals for something because they were rainbow roses. I don't know what I'm gonna use them for yet though. 21, are you mad at anybody? No. 22, ever received detention? Not detention, but I was kicked out of a class during summer school. In my hometown, there's a college there, and so whenever I was younger, I want to say like 6th grade or something like that, they basically had classes set up for if your parents didn't have anywhere to, take you during the summer, so it's like extra school. So you still did some work, but it wasn't school work. It was more of you do creative activities. So we had an art class where we learned how to make mosaics. We did Legos for class, theater, and then crafts, something like that. So what happened was, and I understand now looking back, but as a kid, we're kids, it happens. Me and this other girl, I can't remember her name, so I'm just gonna call her Sadie. So Sadie and I were not enjoying the theater portion of the class because they were doing kind of a country as hillbilly sort of, I don't remember what it was, what the play was. It was a very short play or skit. But it involved dancing and, kind of doing a hoedown or something like that. And my friend and I were not enjoying it at all. We were bored and annoyed, and we hated the song, and we hated whatever we were doing. So we just decided not to do the dance, or not to really participate in it as much. And the teacher, of course, professionally, she's a professor because she actually taught, I don't know if she still teaches, theater art, got mad at us and said, if you don't want to be here, get out. So we got kicked out of that class. Looking back on that, professors kick students out all the time if they're not enjoying whatever, or if they don't look like they really want to be there. But we got in trouble from the school teachers, our regular school teachers that were there, and they ended up putting us in a second class of Lego session, so we're just playing with Legos. That teacher I actually liked a lot, and he did a lot of Lego robotic stuff. We didn't do it in that class. That class was just building random Lego stuff, just playing with Legos. So we got 2 hours worth of playing with Legos. So that's my one and only being in trouble. 23, ever cried listening to music? All the time. 24, do you use smiley faces on the computer a lot? Well, I don't know if you've looked a little bit further down in the description box. My whole thing is emojis. You tell me. P.S. I enjoy them a lot. 25, what are you doing tonight? Eating food? I really don't know. I don't think I have any plans. I might just do a lot of videos and a lot of editing because Halloween, October, and I look festive, so now I have to record a bunch of videos because I do look witchy. Not to say I already don't look witchy, but I'm matching the aesthetic, so now I have to record a bunch. 26, what time is it? Let's see. It is 11:25 a.m., so almost lunchtime. 27, are you loud? I can be. 28, what are you looking forward to? I am looking forward to taking selfies in a minute because I look fabulous. So look forward to that on Instagram, which you've probably already seen it, so it doesn't matter. 29, do you watch Family Guy regularly? No, I used to watch it a lot with my family because my parents, that's what they watched. And then I started to really, really hate the show. But I think it's mostly because it's not my kind of comedy. I like South Park. I like The Boondocks. What else is? I'm starting to come around to Rick and Morty a little bit. I don't like I don't know. I didn't like the first couple of episodes that my boyfriend showed me because I hated Morty. He was really irritating. But then he showed me some later on in a different season, and Morty's a lot more, I guess, of a character. I don't know. I didn't like him in the first episode. But stuff like comedy kind of like that. Disenchantment was the other one that I've been watching a little bit, and that one's kind of cool too. 30. Have you ever watched a little kid show? Oh honey, it's like all I watch all the time. Don't tell anybody. 31. What does your last inbox text say? I think it says like yeet or something stupid like that, because I needed a photo that was copyright free, but I had to send it to myself in order to be able to save it on my computer, like from my phone to get it on my computer. Yes, I could have just connected my phone, but whatever, I was lazy. I just sent it through email. So for the title, for when I'm sending myself pictures or something, I always put something really stupid. So I think I put just yee with a bunch of that and then just the picture. So there's that. 32. Are you wearing socks? Nope. And I'm not showing you my feet, so too bad. 33. Were you born during the last century? So I could be wrong on this. I believe right now is the 21st century. But like the 1900s, all of that is the 20th century. Considering that, I believe that I am born in the last century. I was born in 1996, so you can let me know down below if I'm right about that or not. 34, what is your religion? That's a hard question to answer. I guess simply speaking, paganism as a whole, but more spirituality than anything, because I'm really eclectic in all my beliefs. I kind of mash them all together, and whatever helps me is what helps me. So I guess paganism or spirituality, whichever you want to use. 35, what is something you have nightmares about? There are several, like I have a lot of nightmares about a lot of different things. There's this one nightmare that I've been having, like, ever since I've moved away from this house. But I always have dreams like of this house, and I know that it's the same house, and it's a house I used to live in, but sometimes it's structured different in my dreams, like it looks a little bit different, but I know it's the same house. And there's always like an evil spirit or entity in this house like trying to come after me. And since I'm a witch, of course, I'm very well acquainted with protection magic and stuff like that. So in the dream, I'm protecting myself with whatever magic. And I know, like, when I go in there, I have to, like, bless myself real quick, or I have to, like, say some words of protection before I go in, and whenever I exit, I have to say something so the spirit doesn't follow me. And it's always, like, this rush to get whatever one item I need from that house, or whatever I need to do to stay there. It's, like, trying to get out as soon as I can, and it's really weird. Another one I've had, this one's not scary really to me now. I used to have reoccurring dreams of being stung or like electrocuted by electric eels on my back. So like I'd be laying down and the eels would be like coming up and just, you know, shocking my back, and I could feel the pain in the dream. And then whenever I couldn't wake myself up, I'd know I'd be in a dream and I couldn't wake up. And then finally when I was able to wake up, I still felt the shock pain in my back, or like it hurt really bad. So those are some of the nightmares that I've had, or like reoccurring nightmares. 36, have you ever been on a roller coaster? I think only one big one. Well, it's not, that one wasn't even like a big one, but my problem is my stomach doesn't really agree with things like that. So even if I'm having a good time, I'll feel like I need to vomit, and that's why I just don't ride any big rides like that, because I'll get terribly ill and just vomit, and it'll be nasty for everyone. It's just a terrible time. 37, do you care what others think about you? I think everyone does to a certain degree. I think it's because everyone has this kind of thing where they want everyone to like them. 38, what do you do all the time in a car? If I'm the driver, I'm driving. If I'm the passenger, I'm looking out the window, or I'm always setting up the music playlist, because your girl is the music DJ in the car. Just saying. 39, do you trust people easily? Not really. It takes me quite a bit to get to know and trust people. 40, do you watch football? Nope. 41. Where was the last place you went shopping? HEB for food last night. 42. Favorite football team? I don't do sports that much, so none. 43. Do you watch the Olympics? Not specifically. I do sometimes happen to catch or watch the what do you call it? Like the figure skating and stuff like that, but I'm not very on top of it. I don't know what's happening with any of that. And does that count as Olympics? I don't know if they have Olympics for the figure skating. Anyways, I watch Netflix, Hulu, and Funimation. Usually those are kind of the three that I'm on. 44, last bar you went to. I don't remember the name of it. All I remember is that there was a drag show and I gave one of the drag queens like $5. It was a good time. And I think they winked at me. I can't remember. I don't really go to bars that often, but if I do, I have to be with somebody else because I'm not just, I don't know, there's no reason for me to go by myself. That'd be weird. 45, do you have a favorite number? Do I have a favorite number? I have several. 1, 3, 4, 7, and 13. 5 favorite numbers. Those are like my main numbers. My main top dog numbers. 46, are you multitasking right now? No. Only thing I'm doing is reading a list of questions. Unless my higher self is doing something right now. Does that count as multitasking? Is that like the loophole that we were looking for? 47. Do you believe in love at first sight? Maybe. I don't know. Really. I guess love is supposed to kind of grow over time, isn't it? But I suppose we could think we're in love because with me, I'm sort of a dreamy person, so I could be one to be like, especially with my relationship with my first boyfriend, or I guess my first serious boyfriend, I was very dreamy and very much like, oh, I love you, like really quick into the relationship, and it ended up things worked out, but did I really know what love was at that point? I'm not too sure. Who knows? 48, do you believe in karma? Highly, yes. 49, how is the weather today? Really sunny. I haven't walked outside, but my boyfriend said it was kind of windy earlier, so I hope we're getting some of that autumn like weather in because I'm tired of the heat. I hate the Texas heat. It's not a fun thing. 50, stupidest thing you ever did with your cell phone. I did have one time whenever I had just gotten a brand new phone, and anyone like ever who does this knows the risk they're taking. I didn't know what phone I was going to go in and get originally, which I should always go in knowing what phone I want to get if I'm getting a new phone. That would make my life so much easier because then I can order a case online beforehand so I don't have to pay like $30 to $40 for a stupid case at the store because they upcharge their case prices and like all the fancy things so much, and it doesn't need to be that much. They're just doing it because they can. So what happened was I got a new phone. I was like, I'll buy a new case later because I don't want to spend $30 on a case. And guess what happened? I ended up, and it wasn't me that dropped it. So it was a big phone, and when you're going to the bathroom, you're like, oh, I don't want to drop my phone in the toilet. Put it on the, what do you call it, the toilet paper box or whatever in the bathroom because I was in a public place. So I put it there, and the skin on it was so smooth that it just whoop, fell on the floor and broke my camera lens, and I had to buy a new phone because the camera lens is just as expensive as getting just a brand new phone. So yeah. Anyways, that was all 50 questions. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys back for another one soon. Bye!